What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about how I view most tarot readers within the spiritual community, within all over YouTube. Um, I feel like there's a huge issue with a lot of tarot readers and a lot of like spiritualists within the spiritual community, within YouTube too, because I've noticed a pattern, and it kind of concerns me in a way because it kind of pissed me off because it's like there's actually legit people on YouTube who make good content, but for some reason they're not getting the recognition that they deserve, or they're not getting the viewers or the support. But there's a lot of tarot readers who pretty much most of them talk about the same thing. Most of them aren't even accurate, and they make up scenarios based on the downloads they get that's not even accurate because they're getting their downloads from a higher realm. But because you're getting downloads from a higher realm, or from a spiritual realm, I mean, does not mean that it's accurate. But the reason why people are drawn to it is because it sounds very spiritual, or it sounds very like unique. Not even unique. I mean, to other people, they may think it sounds unique, but because I've watched so much spiritual videos and topics and stuff like that, I can see a pattern to where most tarot readers, in my opinion, they don't know what they're talking about. They're just making shit up. I could easily start my own tarot channel and I could sound just like them. But because these people started making videos, or they started their channel around like before YouTube got strict with their guidelines, and before they started shadow banning people, that's how they're able to get so much subscribers and viewers, and getting paid doing it, is because um this video might cut off short, but because my phone charger is acting up. But they're able to get away with it because they made YouTube channels before the pandemic, before YouTube even started being strict with their guidelines and stuff like that. And it's easy for people to gain viewers and subscribers. But like, I be watching their videos, and it's just like I could tell that what they're saying is not accurate. I could tell. I don't know if they're doing this shit on purpose or not. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they are genuine, but I just feel like their information is not even that good. I wouldn't even spend my money booking their tarot readings because they're full of shit. The only tarot reader that I actually watch and respect and I trust is New Mind Frame Tarot. New Mind Frame Tarot. That's the only person I if I do book a tarot reading, I'll go to her. But other tarot readers, yes, they may be accurate sometimes, but most of them either talk shit to people, or like they bring people down, or they draw fear into people, or they use some type of codependency, just like fear, to draw people in so they could gain viewership, subscribers, and they get paid doing it because they like to mess with people's trauma in a covert way, to where people, because most other viewers and subscribers that are giving them money and supporting them, to where they're able to buy a house, to where they're able to make a living without them having to work for this bullshit as society. um these viewers and people, they're very lost spiritually. They don't know anything about spirituality. They don't know anything about life. So they wander around through life aimlessly, not knowing their trauma, not knowing their codependency, not knowing that they're not healed, or they're very confused in life. So when they come across information such as tarot readings, and they're learning about astrology and stuff like that, they're like, oh, this person's talking about my sign. How can this person have so much videos talking about my predictions and my sign? I think this person's legit. Let me go spend money on this person. Matter of fact, let me go book a tarot reading with this person. Let me go subscribe to this person. Let me get this person a like and subscribe and comment and support. But yeah, you have a lot of people doing that is because they're lost. They don't know what's going on, and they think these channels know what they're talking about. In reality, they don't. They haven't mastered their craft. They don't know what they're doing, and they don't know what they're getting themselves into. But so this should piss me off a lot. So it is what it is though, because I don't watch any tarot readers. I do watch them just so I can examine and observe them. But at times they are accurate, but most of the times they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, or they're talking about different topics that has nothing to do with the collective. They're just getting random downloads from spirit, or from spirit, or for something. But definitely is not accurate at according. And I understand it's a collective reading. You have different types of readings. You have collective readings, you have astrology readings, you have anything like that. But have you noticed most tarot readers are females also? And not just females, most of them are females, but there are males that are fucking horrible as well too, and they have like 300,000 subscribers and shit like that. It's crazy. I'm not gonna name I'm not gonna name a male, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So he's a male tarot reader, right? He has like a lot of subscribers and viewers. He's been doing tarot for a long time. All he does is literally talk shit at people. He cusses a lot, and people think it's funny, which is good. I guess he likes to make people laugh. That's why people maybe subscribe to his channel. But he does tarot. But all he does is makes tarot readings. But he talks shit to people in the midst of it, and he trying to like bring people down by making fun of their trauma and stuff like that within his tarot readings. But people like it. People think it's funny. He cusses a lot, and if people like it, then hey. But in my opinion, would I ever buy from his shit? No, the fuck I won't. Cause one, as a tarot reader, why are you being insensitive to people? Cause basically, when you're booking a tarot reading, you're doing it because you're traumatized, you're hurt, you have heartbreak. That's pretty much what it is. And if you're like, I understand you try to make people laugh and lighten up their heart. At least that's what I think he was doing. But he's just the type of person where like he thinks it's a joke pretty much. So, but yeah, but he's able to get revenue off of that shit. So maybe, you know. But I just feel like basically I don't trust tarot readers like that, because not I'm not hating or anything, but because I'm observing their content, their videos, and their shit's not accurate. It's really not. Most of them are the same. They're the same. They have no creativity. They do the same things. But it's just like okay, it's one thing where we have a couple tarot readers who have over 100,000 subscribers and they're getting paid. That's one thing. But what happens? You have multiple tarot readers who damn near most of them, like 70% of them, have over 100K subscribers. They're making money off of it and have so much support and recognition. I'm like, how the fuck? It's like, and like me, and there's other YouTube channels as well. Like, we're making good content, we're being creative, we're being unique, we're being authentic. But how come we're not getting any type of viewerships? We're not getting paid, we're not getting support. What the fuck? Like, most people can learn from my videos alone by binge watching when it comes to spirituality, life, and healing trauma compared to the average tarot reader. Most tarot reader, the reason why most people are drawn to tarot readers because tarot readers, it's entertainment, and also like they're making up delusions and they're feeding off of people's egos. That's why. That's why when people watch tarot readers, they feel good. Even if it's not accurate, even if it's not, even if it's feeding more into negativity and fear, is because it's a lot of reasons why. One, because there are some tarot readers who know what they're doing, meaning they'll draw fear, or they'll make up situations or scenarios that aren't even true, or they're doing it to feed off of their subscribers' codependency. So that's what they're able to make them subscribe again and for them to pay for their book, for their tarot readings and stuff like that. But it's also, you have another tarot readers who don't know what they're doing, and they think they know what they're doing, but they're not. But because they're so tapped in, they are getting downloads, but it's from the wrong source. Or like, yes, they're getting downloads, but they're not accurate though. That's the thing, because just because you're spiritually getting downloads doesn't mean you're accurate. You can get, just like when a person's high off drugs, or like when a person's very high, or like they have like ayahuasca or marijuana. If you're very high or very like, you are able to tap into different realms like that, and you're able to actually see things. Yes, they could be true, but the person in a 3D realm, they can't see shit, or like they don't know what they're talking about. But it's like, see people who are on drugs or who are on ayahuasca, they seem to like, what's the word? They seem to like crash out, or like not crash out, but like they're like tweaking, or like they're talking about all this information and stuff like that, and they could be accurate, but in this realm, in this earth, they need to ground themselves, but that's why people aren't able to understand them like that. That's pretty much what tarot readings, most tarot readers are. That's what they're doing pretty much. Yes, I do believe they have spiritual gifts, but at the same time, doesn't mean they're accurate or they're not using it the right way, in my opinion. But it just sucks that they're able to get away with it, because a lot of people are very clueless when it comes to spirituality. But because spirituality is so mainstream and that it's so popular right now, a lot of people are drawn into it. And what happens if you have average people who don't know shit about spirituality, but they're drawn into it? They're going to come across wrong information, but they think it's right. And that's how they get so many subscribers, viewers, and they get paid doing it. So I see this shit play out, and it's really annoying and it's frustrating. But I just use that as motivation to go hard on my channel and shit like that. But it is what it is though. But yeah, but it's just weird, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just insane. So I don't know, because these people, they're just regular people. They just make up shit within cards. That's pretty much what it is, honestly. I'm no different. I could literally learn about tarot, study it, and make a whole fucking tarot channel, make videos about it, and give you guys downloads about you guys' life situations and shit like that. I'm not saying I'll be accurate, but if I were to do that, I'm pretty sure I'll gain so much people from doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is draw some suspense to it, where like I put all my titles, letters, and words in caps, and like I talk about your ex, what your ex is doing. Is your ex cheating on you? What is your ex doing behind closed doors? I'm pretty sure you guys will like that, huh? See, so that's how these tarot readers will. That's the main thing they're able to get people. Why do I say this? Most tarot channels, most tarot readers, if you pay attention, how come they all talk about exes, past relationships and stuff like that? How come none of them talks about the collective? How come like no one talks about like the issues that's going on in the society? Um, what is the corrupt government going through? Or like why they're so fucking evil? Or like they don't talk about career, finances, different ways to make money, different ways to make this world a better place, how to find different inventions for society. How come they don't talk about that? But their main go-to is talking about relationships, right? Simply your ex. I don't get that. You know, like what your ex is doing, how does your ex view you, how do people view you, and stuff like that. But also, the problem I have with the spiritual community and most tarot readers is that they also talk about, they give people false sense of hope. So they'll make up situations to where you're destined to be famous, you're destined to be wealthy, or like, why you were chosen to break generational curses, this stuff like that, or like signs you're the chosen one. That also draws people in because a lot of people are very damaged mentally because we live in a fucked up society. So, and they don't know about spirituality. So what happens when spirituality is very popular and it's very mainstream? You have a lot of people who don't know what they're doing. They'll make up videos that aren't even true, that's not going to make any changes in their life. They make videos about it, and that's how they're able to gain so much people and subscribers off of it. But they're not really going anywhere. They're just feeding their ego or giving them a quick high so they can feel better about themselves. And then they go on about their miserable ass lives, pretty much. That's what most people are doing when it comes to spirituality like that. I mean, yeah, it'll make you. These videos will make you feel good. It's very entertaining. Um, it's very creative because there's a lot of life situations that aren't even fucking true. But yeah, so that's pretty much how I view tarot readers and the problem I have with them. Um, so yeah, so it's insane because there's no uniqueness. A lot of people talk about astrology. Okay, so a lot of people do tarot readings. Okay, so now what? A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to spirituality, how can you be different? What ways can make you unique? Is it your life experiences? Is it things that can help benefit society? Things that can actually benefit people? What can it be? So that's the goal that I'm trying to do when it comes to spiritual content. And I understand that a lot of people have their own life experiences. They're meant for different things and stuff like that. Maybe people are simply meant to simply have a large following within their YouTube channel, making a bunch of tarot readings that aren't really meaningful, but they're able to get paid off of it because they can't really offer anything in the real world. You know, who knows? But maybe that's part of their life purpose, and that's fine. You know, so because most people I know that don't have that much of a following or aren't don't that they're not getting paid when it comes to YouTube or even social media, like they're not even getting paid, but they're making content. Usually these people have something going on in the real world. You know what I'm saying? But people who tend to have a large following within their YouTube channel, they're not really doing anything in the real world. So I kind of see a pattern like that as well. But yeah, but it's just daunting to me because it's like I come across the channel, I'm like, how does this person have 100,000 subscribers, 2,000, 200,000 subscribers? They're getting paid too. And I'm like, and I watch their videos, I'm like, I don't even trust these fucking people because they're not even fucking accurate with their fucking tarot videos. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? Like, if anything, I'm more fucking intuitive than them. You know what I'm saying? If I were to make tarot readings, no, I'm not gonna fucking do it because I don't want to. Because I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it, and I don't give a fuck about it. You know, so it's just weird, man. It's very strange. I don't know how these people. I don't understand. Really, I really don't understand. But it's just weird though, because doesn't YouTube shadow ban? So I guess, but just like what Chauncey once said on his YouTube channel, he talks about how YouTube shadow bans a lot of people's videos because they don't want people to talk about certain topics or how they come across, but they'll dish out or they'll support, YouTube will support, or not YouTube, but people who are controlling YouTube, they'll support people who are making videos about a lot of dumb shit, a lot of things that are low vibrational, a lot of things that really don't matter, that dumbs the human conscious down, the human mind down. They'll make these type of channels go up in subscribers and viewership and popularity, pretty much, and access as well. But people who talk about real shit, they block their subscribers, they block their viewers, and they block their recognition and their engagement, pretty much. So this is what Chauncey want mentioned, pretty much, and I could definitely see it happen, you know. So I'm giving the benefit of doubt. I'm assuming these servitors actually know what they're doing. I do think that there are some, like, as a select few tarot readers who know what they're doing, but for the most part, I feel like there's like a 90% of other tarot readers who absolutely do not know what the fuck they're doing, but for some reason they have a large following and they're getting paid off of it. So it's ridiculous. So that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Peace.